what is gamification, what are its advantages, how it could be used, what are the various taxonomies or names related with gamification. And after we understand the concept, we are going to look at various examples uh, of gamification, many of which we are going to see inside EdQueries e-learning portal. Now, there could be two types. One is within the content of the activities itself, how we have gamified, and then in general in the platform or the portal, how there are other gamification elements. So we're going to see these one by one, and uh, we'll gradually progress. And if there are any questions, you can ask them. Yeah. So first, what is gamification? So this is a definition I picked up from Wikipedia. There's an entire article on game elements that can facilitate learning and gamification. So it's an educational approach that seeks to motivate students. So here the key word is that we want to motivate students by using video game design and game elements in the learning environment. The goal is to maximize enjoyment and engagement by capturing the interest of learners and inspire them to continue learning. So it is basically the process of defining the elements which comprise games, make those games fun, and motivate players to continue playing. Then using those same elements in a non-game context to influence behavior. So in other words, gamification is the introduction of game elements into a traditionally non-game situation. So in our case, the non-game situation would be our normal learning activities. So we're talking about reading from books, we're talking about solving math problems, we're solving different kinds of fill in the blanks, sentences, trying to understand grammar, so many things in an educational aspect. Now, how do we motivate our students? How do we, so some children may not be attentive in class. So whether it is general education or special education, the main thing always the teacher wants is to involve the student and motivate. So we are talking here about a term called game elements. So what are game elements? So many children or almost all everybody today is trying to play video games, right? So they are used to a world where they get points, they get more chances to play, they get something like help when they are in trouble. So they're all used to those kinds of when they get a level up and things like that. So those elements can be added to facilitate learning. So this is an innovative concept inside our teaching methodology. So I thought we will introduce this. How we can use it, where we can use it is a choice. So some of the elements that may be used to motivate learners and facilitate learning. So these are like progress mechanics. What that means is as you go on progressing, students are given points, badges, there are leaderboards. Short form is PBL. Points, badges, and leaderboards. So you get some points that you finish something. Then you get a badge when you will see some of these examples later. Then leaderboards, who is the winner, who is number one, who is number two, and things like that. Then there could be narratives and characters within the activities. So you could build up a story around an activity. You can add some characters. You can give some control to the players where they can control how the game is going. Immediate feedback. Oh, you won, you fell down, or you got this, you got hit by something. Then there could be collaborative problem solving, multiple students working together on a problem. Scaffolded learning with increasing challenges. So you only give one part of the learning, then you slowly increase the levels of challenge. Then you can give them opportunity for mastery. If you have completed the whole thing, then you go to the next level, right? And then there could be a social connection where you build up again a community around that game. Now here are this one again. I took it from Wikipedia. The link and the attributes are given below. You can go to the same article of Wikipedia on gamification. I've given the references everywhere so that you can also check it out. So there's an excellent diagram showing some of these common names associated with games. So first of all, you could start from this side as the performance part. where you're showing their progress, you're giving them levels, points, some statistics, and you're acknowledging that they won, right? Then you have some fictional narratives and storytelling. At a personal level, you're giving them some extra sensory sensations that, right? Then you're giving them an objective, you're giving them puzzles, you are giving them a renovation of the idea in a different way, and you are creating novelty, which is by giving the same topic you've presented in so many different ways that new way of presentation itself can add to the fun element. Then from a social aspect, there could be a reputation. Okay, I am the topper in this, or I'm the first, second, third ranks. You can be working together. You can be competing against each other. Then there could be a slight social pressure. If this guy has completed, I want to complete things like that. Within the environment of these things itself, there could be a time pressure included. There could be a randomization where things appear by chance. There could be a forced choice. You do this, then only you get to do the next one. There could be an economy inside itself that you can exchange certain things, or you get some reward based on some completion. There could be an equality created. So everybody gets to play in their own way. So these are just some of the various things, the terminologies which are related to gamification. And so what are the potential benefits of successful gamification initiatives in the classroom? It gives students ownership of their learning, opportunities for identity work through taking on alternate selves. So you could introduce a character and they have their own personal character. So I am playing like Batman. So you are creating that alternate identity. Okay. Students own their learning. Again, this particular thing also has been taken from the same article on Wikipedia. The freedom to fail and try again without negative repercussions. This is very important. Students allow them to fail and then they can try multiple times. So, which allows them that without any bad feelings, without any negative repercussions, where they are not being scolded for it, they are not worried that they will lose, they can again try. So, which means they will automatically try and win the activity. They know that even if I fail, doesn't matter, I can come back. Chances to increase fun and joy in the classroom. This is obvious. If they are enjoying and motivated with gamification, this will happen. Then differentiated instruction. So not everybody learns the same way, right? Somebody are visual learners, somebody wants to auditory learners. There are different modes and in different ways they want to learn. So all that because of the variety, everybody will get their own way of learning. Learning is visible that you have learned something. That's why you go to the next levels. All that is possible. And a manageable set of subtasks and tasks is there, inspiring students to discover new things in learning. So all that is possible. Okay. And they are discovering their own intrinsic motivators for learning. So what motivates a person to learn? Suddenly the students realize that they have their own motivation. Nobody else is motivating them. They themselves want to learn more and reach higher levels. So these could be the other useful aspects of these gamification concepts. Now, we'll see various examples within the platform itself and understand how gamification has been introduced. So, there are various e-learning platforms. I am showing you edqueries.com, which I run. So, those who have joined any previous lectures are aware of what is EdQueries. But EdQueries is basically an e-learning platform which has various subjects. Okay, within these subjects, so this is used in mainstream schools as well, in general education schools, as well as special ed schools and inclusive education schools. Okay, so we try to simplify things and also there is an element of gamification. Now, let us see some examples. Now we'll start from simple examples which everybody is aware of, is quite simple, right? Like these puzzles over here.
In this game, look at the image on top. Then assemble the jigsaw puzzle.
So this is a simple jigsaw puzzle. So initially the instructions are shown.
Then
This is
click
how you have to do
submit.
it.
Arrange the eagle.
Then you have to do this. So obviously we have made it quite simple with only 4 pieces and the student has to assemble that. So this is a jigsaw puzzle.
Excellent. Arrange the sparrow.
So like this, you can. So instead of just telling them every time this is a sparrow, what is this, and identify the picture, here we want them to enjoy the experience and create a sparrow. So this is a simple example of a puzzle. So there were other puzzles here. Now here, as far as this platform is concerned, we have separately created a category, but the same are embedded within the course material also.
In this game,
So this is the missing
drag the
piece.
missing piece to complete the puzzle.
Now, those who are interested in adult or
Then click
vocational education,
Submit.
this was actually created as a pre-vocational skill
Answer.
so that we can discuss what is in the center, what is in the side, and all those kinds of examples. Okay. So where will be the lights in the center? So move that piece.
Good job. Answer.
So the identification of various elements has been gamified. So we have spoken about mazes and these kinds of missing piece puzzles. Now let us look at a few others. Now here in our English curriculum, we have various topics, sight words, alphabet, vocabulary, phrases, sentences, picture comprehension, grammar, and all that. Some examples I'm going to show you about gamification in teaching sight words. Now, first of all, for a set of sight words, there is a variety. As I said, there has to be novelty, there has to be variety that adds to the fun of learning. So there are selection games, matching games, select multiple sight words. Then there are some more examples of memory games and find the word. These are actual games. Then multiple selection. Now, could everybody mute themselves, please? Kindly mute your microphone, please. Okay. Uh, so here, am I audible right now, Simi madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll continue. So this is a gamification of sight words. You might have seen it in books, quite common. So you have to look at these words on the side and you have to find the word. So like now what you can also see here is now I'm going to enlarge it using my browser. So this is possible. And what you're also seeing here is time pressure. We are not saying that this is the max time. So there could be two forms of time pressure. One is just you're showing a timer. Other is you have to complete the task in a limited amount of time. Now, since we are a lot of our students are special ed students, we don't use the concept of time pressure a lot. Actually, 95% or even 99% of our activities do not have the concept of time pressure. Okay, here also we're just showing a timer, but not saying that you have to complete the task in a given amount of time. So you can complete, if you're not completed, it is showing you the solution, you can retry. So multiple attempts are available. Failure is not a problem. You can play as many times as you want. And that is true with all the activities here. Every activity you can play as many times as you want. So that was an important concept. Okay. So this is find the words activity. Now this one here is a memory game. You can play these same activities with cards in real life. So you could have cards which you have hidden upside down and students have to find the matching cards. So what are we doing? The same sight words which we have taught them earlier to make them more fun. We are introducing it as a game. If they see all, they get an appreciation. We can reset. Again, we have simplified it. We have not put too many cards because you want to keep it easy for them. And last time in our previous session, we talked about blended learning and mixing it with classroom activities. So this again could be done. So you could in the real world you play cards at the same time you play it here and you teach your book these concepts. and mix up with these kind of activities. Again, multiple attempts, lot of variety, different levels of simplification. A timer is available. You can use it. So these are some simple examples of gamified learning. Let me see what else we have. So this is covered here. Yeah. So now coming to something which is a bit more like a game is a treasure hunt. Now we in EdQueries, what we always do is we consult our teachers and parents who are using this software and keep feedback. Is the game working? Are children enjoying? Are they feeling motivated? Or is it confusing people? So if there is any feedback, based on that, this is correct. Okay, so we are teaching shapes. So now if you see in shape, there are standard games where multiple shapes will be shown. You have to select a shape, you have to match the shape with objects. So all that is there, but somewhere we have also included a treasure hunt. So here we are not giving you the standard way of teaching. Here we are making it like a game.
Listen carefully and touch the correct item to get a gem. If you collect 10 gems, you get a treasure chest. Choose the character you want to be.
Sir, you being the host, you can.
Yeah, I'll mute all. Okay. Can you hear me still?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So here, first of all, we allow them to choose a character.
Listen carefully and touch the correct object to get a gem.
Find the triangle.
That's right. You get a gem.
Find the square.
No, that's not it. This is the square.
Find the pentagon.
That's right. You get a gem.
So I'll quickly finish this game. So here you have seen that we are not giving them any points here. We have created a character. They are winning gems,
Find the circle.
right?
That's
And
right.
if they make
You
a
get a
mistake, we're
gem.
just telling them that you made a mistake and here is the correct answer. We're giving a simple explanation. So teaching is not happening
Find the
formally as a
diamond.
lecture, but
That's right. You get a gem.
so in typical gaming concept, it's called a cheat code. So
You
it
have now
helps
reached
them
level
intellect. So
2.
here we have
Find the
got
remaining
level
5
two.
gems.
You have to find the remaining 5 gems.
Find the triangle.
That's right.
So in level
You get
2,
a
it
gem.
becomes slightly more complicated because we have given 2 shapes and apart from other confusing objects. So the complication level has
Find the
increased.
circle.
So we have to ensure that they know both of them.
That's right. You get a gem.
So if I get everything right, I will finally get a treasure chest. So I'll stop this game here. So this has been found very
Find the
interesting and
hexagon.
children love it. And especially they even like that little animation that comes in between where the child is cycling. So since we know that this particular game has been interesting for the children, we got enough feedback about it. We could replace the same thing with other things which they need to learn, whether it is words, whether it is some other identification, vocabulary item, whatever. So the fundamental structure of the game could be retained as long as children are finding it useful. Now, as explained in my previous sessions, this is a library. So you don't have to
Find
play
the
this.
hexagon.
You have to figure out as a teacher or as a parent what children will love. So this is the entire curriculum. For example, this is a curriculum where we have used the Tamil Nadu board books, which we found it very useful for special education also, where the entire curriculum is there. Now, for teaching the curriculum, a lot of examples are there. Okay, I've logged in as a student. So let me see my. Okay, I'll have to log out and show you that. I'll show that later on. So the entire curriculum is there, choices are available. So even within, if you see this subject of counting or whatever subjects are available, a lot of choice has been given. So as a teacher, you can suggest it to play this game or that, but if the student is motivated, they may say that I will complete everything. Okay. So that option has to be given to the student as to how to. So it is always the teacher who has to guide the student or the parent who has to guide the student. But the whole idea of providing games is to motivate. Now mazes. Let me see if I have access to a maze.
Sir,
Yes.
good afternoon. This is Mahendra.
Yeah.
Just a query. You said right. You can replace saves by anything else. So is it a framework that you are providing, or like drag and drop kind of scenarios, or how to enable that feature?
So when I said we can replace, let's see what happens here in this particular library.
Hmm.
EdQueries has its own team of designers which creates these games. So
Oh,
when
okay.
so when we reach out to you and you say that they're learning, so we
No,
as a
got it.
team,
Got it. Yeah.
we will be changing that. Okay.
Okay.
So we have used these elements in various ways. So not this exact game, but various other games. All this I was just giving it as a generic example.
Yeah. So I no, my question was from a user perspective. Anyway,
From a
thank
user
you.
perspective, at runtime you cannot change it.
Yeah.
We are adding content, we reuse it. So like
Yeah,
the
got it.
Find the Words is very successful. Lot
Hmm.
of good feedback about it. So we have reused it in various places.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can always request us. It doesn't take us much time. If you say that this concept we want in this game, we will try and give it. So many of
Yeah.
these games and content in this platform are based on requests and feedbacks from teachers. Every day we are adding some content and we are always asking. Okay.
True.
Let me see if I have
Thank you.
access to any maze. Yeah. So here is a simple maze. So again, the simplicity of a maze.
Help Bunny to reach the correct item.
Remember, don't touch the walls.
Take the bunny to the pencil.
I have to be a bit careful here.
Good job.
Now
Take the bunny to
it is
the
your
eraser.
decision based on the teacher available. I mean the student, whether the student will be able to achieve this or not. Okay, there's a question that what age group are we targeting? So here the point which comes to EdQueries is that we are also into special education. So we often get adults as well, and we get children, so of various ages. So it's more about their functional level and their academic level which has to be, and then the teacher has to choose. If you look at it from a general school perspective, a neurotypical student, then we have probably got up to grade 4 level of content, grade 3, grade 4 level of content. But then there are topics like life skills and communication skills which older children are also using. We have had students, adults who have used this for pre-vocational and vocational skills as well. Okay. So this was about a maze. Now, what else do we have? So we are still looking at the various activities level gaming, right? Now, this is the drag the correct stone sequence. I'm showing you some of the simple examples. Okay, before we go there, money itself often which is shown as, you get word problems in money. So we have an extensive coverage of money and shopping in our life skills levels. Here I'm showing you from the math level. So here everything is interconnected. The curriculum as well as life skills are all interrelated. The moment we feel even if an adult student is having some
In this
trouble
game,
in a life
listen
skill, we
carefully
come back to
and
the
add the
curriculum.
money and give it to the shopkeeper. 3.
So this is not exactly like a game, but even
3.
the idea that you have to identify and put money over there, and then you get an
Good
immediate
job.
You
feedback
get a
is
chocolate.
useful. So the feedback could be in various ways. Generally
4.
saying good job, well done, excellent. And we have got
4.
feedback that children are loving that idea.
4.
Yeah, we'll show you various things.
4.
So at the end of the gamification session, I'll also
Well
give a
done.
quick tour of
You
other
get a
content which is
scale.
available. Okay, so this is money concept where the
5,
rewards we are giving. So rewards and immediate feedback are also, as we discussed, a part of the gamification of it.
5,
Okay, so we were talking about the other game is jumping over the stones. Is again we have converted it to a game. So this particular activity we could use as a template for wherever there is a sequential activity. So here we have used it for backward counting, whether forward counting, backward counting, everywhere we could use it. Again, it all depends on demand from the teacher.
In this game, drag the next stone to help the boy jump.
Now, I'm often asked whether students who do not speak or understand English, will they understand these? So we have used it in Hyderabad and in Chennai and in various other parts of the country where students or even the parents and teachers are not very good with English. But it's the mere act of the visual which
Drag
comes
the
in
next
the
stone.
beginning that they understand. And these are not complicated rules. Again, these are not even at the level of a Ludo or snakes and ladder. It's just about moving something. So they often figure out. So we have not had any major problems with that. So if you put the stone here,
That's correct. You get the star.
the not only the star, but even the child's face
Drag the next
is
stone.
showing him it. So what happens if the child answers it wrong?
That's not correct. When we count backwards, after 56, 55, 54, we get 53. Drag the next
Yes, we
stone.
will be trying to share the recording as well. And future sessions, whichever we do, kindly do participate. We're planning to do this regularly.
That's correct. You get the star. Drag the next stone.
So on top, the stars are being counted. The bottom is getting that feedback. So this is yet another way of simple learning concept which has been covered into game. So as I said, it's all a balancing act. You still need your books. You can teach from books. You can teach from other simpler things like a fill in the blanks or matching or various other standard learning techniques, whether online or from the book, and then add a bit of this. Right? It's always a judgment as to how much and which student are really getting motivated. I think it's an ideal mix. And of course, you have to balance screen time. Uh, always think of the child's age and the screen time and the overall total screen time. And this could even be a replacement for some of the screen time, which is not desirable. If the child is busy watching YouTube videos, at least this is better. You can tell them this is also a game. You can try this out. So we use various available softwares and embed them into our game. So this is about moving a plane up and down. I'm using my mouse to control this. I have to go into the correct cloud, Pfizer. I have to avoid the wrong answers and go into the correct cloud. Right. So let's see what else do we have. Yeah, now I'll come, maybe I'll give a quick tour of what else is available within the platform before we go into the general gamification ideas which are outside of the act. So within the, so in EdQueries terminology, we don't even call them activities. Deliberately, we call them games so that children feel a bit motivated. So shopping, various things are there. Cheapest item, costliest item, what is MRP, select the shop, supermarket, expiry date, how much to get back, change, identifying money, places to keep money, right? Counting money, then understanding time. Time, again, we have in various ways. It's not just within the curriculum, we have the clocks. We also have how much time you spend, which one, estimating time, and various other pre-vocational, vocational skills, food. Science, helper, safety measures, picture sequences. Some of the latest activities we have also embedded within the curriculum. I'll show from there as well. Grooming, social stories, what is friendship, inferencing and problem solving. A lot of other new content which has come in. We have, as I said, we have been frequently adding more content is in this curriculum based content. So not only will you find something under a particular category, you will find a lot under this content, just based on the curriculum of the Tamil Nadu. Within EVS or science, these topics are quite useful. Temperature measurement, home appliances, various other measurement topics, food, water, plants, then environment. Some of these same topics will also be placing under the life skills topic. Just a matter of labeling them and sorting them around. So these are probably a little simpler, but at the lower grade. Separately under communication skills, you have to select the next word based on the ending letter of the previous word. A lot of these content has also been added in the curriculum. They can go to edqueries.com and there's a free 2-week trial available. Those who are into institutes and want to try out
In
the
this
whole thing
game,
can.
see the picture, then touch the correct answer.
These are about
Then click
understanding various
Submit.
expressions.
Answer.
Board.
Let me see if my comprehension starts working.
Look at this picture, then answer the question. Then click Submit. Answer. Where is the man sitting next to a lake, in his house, in his car?
So we are given audio support. So some of these children are
Next to
early readers, so they need audio support.
Next to a lake.
The lake is not shown, but the child has to
Next
comprehend
to
and
a lake.
understand. The person
Good
is.
job. Answer. Select all the animals you can see in this picture.
Like this, there are multiple games, various types. Some are into more abstract questions where the child has.
Look at this picture, then answer the question.
What are they showing here? Different things can be asked. Okay.
Then click Submit.
Within life skills, one of our most popular ones has been shopping. Now, while I do that, look at the side. This was I was talking about the environment itself and what other gamification concepts. Here, this is called level up. More you complete in this course, higher your level goes up. There's an entire ladder of learning, and the levels will go up. And you could compare with various students, or you could not. So that control is available. And these levels, so the student will get a notification here, your level has gone to the next higher level. So all that is possible. Okay. Also, if you see on the side, a completion progress indicator is there. What all you have completed, you're supposed to do that. Okay. Now, if you want to include a social form of discussions and all that, messaging can be included. Normally, we are not including messaging and discussion forums. The platform has the capability. Somehow we have decided not to keep it on. Again, within the shopping concept, sometimes we have converted into a more interactive activity. Now, yeah, talking about interaction, if you play these on a touch screen or a big dashboard kind of screen, a digital blackboard or a dashboard, children actually go and touch and move things. So we have seen that in schools. This works on multiple devices. So you can use it on a tab, you can use it on a mobile phone, you can use it
In
on a
this
normal
game,
PC.
listen to the
So
audio
all that.
carefully and
So whether you
select
move it with
the
the mouse
correct
or with
place
the
in the
finger.
superstore. Then, click Submit. Click the Listen Again button to hear the audio once more.
Shopping cart.
So this is more of just
Well
touch the
done.
answer.
Bread.
So we are covering a generalization concept where bread is not written on top. So the student has to understand that bread is a bakery item. So
Well done.
because Super Store will
Mangoes.
not have everything labeled, you will have general categories.
Mangoes. Well done.
We are not expecting
Bananas.
them to touch exactly on that item, but on the shelf where they'll get.
Bananas. Well done.
And
Onions.
even for the adults, sir, I tell you, I mean, with my students, I've used that direction, go to
Yes.
the shop in front and back. So
Chicken.
that also gives that, which I keep telling you, mapping the direction in their brain first, in their mind first,
Chicken.
Yes.
It's one wonderful game I
Done.
find.
Pay money.
Motor planning in the mind. I was just not getting the word. Motor planning in the
Done.
mind.
See, at the end of each activity, also we are giving a score. Although we have kept it 70%, nowadays we are increasing it to 80, and the special educators, some of them want a 90%. Either way, we tell everyone to play till you get 100%, because anyway, it's a short activity and you can retry. You have
Shopping
multiple
cart.
attempts, you can start again. But if you don't get the retry button, you can always go here and start again playing. Okay. So yeah, I'll show you what the other example we were talking about is directions, which many adult students have used. It's called Find the Place. Again, this was actually built by feedback from a real person on that.
Listen
But here, this
carefully
is a
and
more
select the
realistic.
place. Touch this button to listen again. First house on the left. Excellent. House on the fourth floor.
Now, talking about
Well done.
randomization, several games here have a question bank in
House
them.
behind
So
the
every time you
cafe.
play, the first question will be different.
House behind the cafe.
So this is subscription-based platform. Various levels of subscription are there. Normally, for the entire content, it is 800 per month. Then we
Okay.
have subject-based subscription also, it is 299 per month. And somewhere in between them, we have a bundle also.
Okay.
Now, there are around 1500 games and activities in this platform. Of those 1500, we are also releasing from time to time some games for free. So if you go to our other site, which is edqueries.com, there we have a thing called free educational games where people can, just a moment, I'll show you. So this is edqueries.com. Okay, the other platform is we give it on request mainly for schools and institutes. So this is the place. You have to go here. First of all, you can go on the free trial. So if you go on the home page itself or even in the shop, you'll see there is a 2 weeks free trial. So everybody can opt for that. Click on the free trial and fill the form. After that, if it is suitable for your student, then you can decide what you want. This is multiples of 800. Some discounts we offer to institutes especially. Okay. And then these are single subjects. Okay. And these are bundle packs. Apart okay. So these are the various forms in which this is available. This we can give on request.
Second shop on the right.
Primarily, if you are running a tuition center
Very
or
good.
institute or a school,
House in front
that is
of
where we
the shop.
recommend this other platform because it has more advanced features and gamification and all, and teacher-student interaction which might be required. Yeah, coming back to the topic, see, this is a more 3D map.
House in front of the shop.
House in front of the shop. This one.
Well done.
Now, in case you are doing a life skills course and you find out that the student is having difficulty in one particular word, then you can go back to the related curriculum content. There is so much more to explore. So you can go to edqueries.com, click on the free trial, and then you can also get in touch with us to discuss various aspects. So I was talking about badges. So these are some of the badges that we give. So while you are playing, if you win, you get a badge. Okay, if you are playing and you are winning, then in your profile, those badges will appear and you'll also get a message that you won a badge. So these are the badges that we can add. There also, as I showed, level up, then this kind of ranking is possible. You can change your profile pictures like that within this ranking. So these are various ideas one can implement. So one has to think from also from kind of students we are talking about. If you are in a special education scenario, you have to see what your students can comprehend. Some may understand these concepts of level up and badges and may get joy from them. So you should include those. So because it's a whole spectrum of students that you deal with, right? What they understand, what they like. So that is why, as I said in the beginning, we have got a library concept where different types of contents are available. And based on the age of your student, based on the functional ability of your student, various options you require. So all those we're trying to build as a library. Right now we have 1500 activities, 1500 plus rather. Every passing day that count is increasing and more variety we're trying to add. Some of that variety is in the form of games. So I'll do a quick recap. Let me just go to the end of this if I missed. Yeah. So this is our platform. Free 2 weeks trial is available. Various devices are supported. And you can contact us anytime on edqueries.com. There is a WhatsApp button which leads you to this number and we contact you, or you can mail us. Okay. So for those who joined in late, let me just do a quick recap of what we discussed today. So we were talking about gamification of e-learning. I am Dr. Sridhar, the founder and CEO of edqueries.com. We first talked about what is gamification. It's an educational approach that seeks to motivate students by using video game design elements and game elements in the learning, right? So we want to maximize enjoyment and engagement of the students so that they can continue learning by themselves. Okay, so usage of various game elements in the non-gaming situation is what is gamification. So the advantage or the various elements are points, badges, leaderboards, narratives, characters, allowing the player to control themselves, the play activities, immediate feedback, then collaborative learning, then gradually scaffold the learning and then gradually increase the challenges and opportunities for mastery and leveling up, and then social connections. Various words related to gaming are there, whether it is statistics, whether it is about uh, doing a randomization with a question bank, adding some time pressure, whether you want social related points like adding competition and cooperation. And then you can do different types of puzzles, you can give some novelty, you can add narratives and story elements. So all this I've taken from Wikipedia, that article has been mentioned. Okay, so various benefits. Again, you have to think of these benefits and ensure that these benefits are obvious to you, and then you choose which particular element of gaming you want to implement. Okay, so it gives students ownership, it gives them the opportunity to have an alternative self, it gives them freedom to fail and try again without negative repercussion. It increases fun and joy in the classroom. It gives an opportunity for differentiated instruction, makes learning visible. Okay. Uh, we will be sharing the details. Yeah. Uh, and you have a manageable set of tasks and subtasks, and it's an intrinsic motivation that the child has. Otherwise, you have to motivate them. Here, they are motivating themselves. Okay, so I gave various examples of jigsaws, memory games. Uh, these are all we have been using. You could think of others. Okay, this is a find the word. This is a treasure hunt that we saw. And these are all actual activities interactive. They're not like static images. So In a pencil and a book, you will have to draw with a pencil, whereas here you are actually dragging that bunny to the pencil, right? This is drag the stone in the correct sequence. We also spoke about how we could use these elements and these game ideas repetitively once we get a feedback from the teachers. So EdQueries as a platform, we always ask for feedback, so that if you tell us that certain games or activities are useful, more students are liking that, then we will use the same context repeated. Okay, so do contact us. So those who want more details or need anything to discuss, please contact us on this number. You can WhatsApp or call us. Okay, and edqueries.com, you can also find it on YouTube. Go to our YouTube channel and see more examples. Just search for EdQueries on YouTube. Or if you go to edqueries.com, at the bottom you have the various social media links. Primarily YouTube channel will be there. You can go there and see our channel. YouTube.com /@edqueries should lead you there. Various examples are available over there. Please do go and subscribe to this channel. So whatever we keep putting from time to time will be available. Okay, one of our previous webinars we have added here. That also I think it's worth seeing. So various examples. So any more questions before we end the session? I'm open for questions now.
Hello, sir. Could you please share the link of the YouTube channel so that we can just go on that?
YouTube.com /@edqueries to type.
So you can put it in the chat so that people can.
I'll do that. Just a moment, I'll do that.
And in
We just
fact,
confirm.
you
So,
can.
Yeah, I'm typing it
The
here.
videos we've made on being polite and the social story kind of thing, social situation. That is
Yeah.
also.
So we have also started introducing videos now in the school channel or the tuition center.
Thank you so much.
So please do subscribe here and do visit edqueries.com. If you have any person or you want to try out the thing for your institute, do let us know. So many institutes are using and some are trying it out right now. So you can do that as well. Okay. So some of our colleagues or myself, we might reach out to you to get feedback about the session and about your interest in these kind of platforms. Okay. Any other question before we wind up?
Sir, one question was there. Is this subscription annual subscription? And
So
also that does it have any limitation, like we can use for this number of children, or is it and we can use it for any number of children?
So two answers. First of all, we have monthly subscription of 800 per month. Okay, and the same thing you can pay at 6 monthly or annual also. 800 is for the entire content, including any new content that is added. And as I said earlier, there are also sub levels. Whereas if you want only one subject, it is 299 per month, and there are bundle packs also. These are monthly subscriptions for the content. Okay. As far as usage is concerned, there are different types of usages. See, this subscription gives you one login. That login you can use on different devices. Okay, you will get access to all the content. You will get access to the new content as well within the subjects that you have taken. And now depends in the school, if they are using with one login, multiple students are viewing the content. Where students would also need a login is if you want the students independently to be tracked. Suppose you want a student to win their badges, to win their grade book you want to see and all that, then obviously they need to log in, right? Then they need an additional subscription. But otherwise, multiple students can view the screen. There's no restriction that can be placed. Does that
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So if you are using it in a school, we'll tell you in a school or tuition center, which are the various ways which can be used. For example, in an online setting or on the board in different classrooms. So we also guide about various hardware and how to use in the school situation or a tuition center situation.
Sir, one more question. Sorry, sir. Are there any downloadable worksheets or anything in that, or only on the?
Downloadable, no, there are no downloadable worksheets. You could take a browser print, but what we often suggest is, see, some of the content, for example, the curriculum content is based on Tamil Nadu board book itself, which is available online.
Okay, thank you.
The reason we didn't do printable worksheets because there's so many worksheets available already for children. What they are looking for from a child's perspective is, can I interact on something? Can I touch something? And things like that.
Thank you very much.
Please do ask more questions if you want. Anyone else? The reason we spoke today about gamification is because, see, all of us got used to online teaching and e-learning due to the pandemic. But now we have to think what else can be done with these kind of tools. So there, one of the concepts is gamification. There are so many other concepts which will be there, but one of them is gamification, because children are playing games regularly, so they are aware of what is the game concepts. So they are in turn looking at content and thinking, could this be a game? And this has to be mixed with the real world learning. Never stop that. That has to continue. They have to learn from books. They have to write. So do check that nothing is used more than required. Everything has to be mixed in an ideal way. And you might have to personalize. I'm waiting for any other questions. One more. This one weighing machine is for older students. They might want to see measurements. Okay, then I think let's wind up this session. Thanks a lot for joining. Do write to us or contact us if you need any help with usage of this platform. Okay, thanks a lot, everyone.